welcome back. So, incoming transmission. Welcome to Operation Wailing Witch. We are going to neutralize all of the enemy forces. It's going to be a retaliation mission from the aliens. We will have a pretty hard group of aliens against us. It was meant to be very difficult, and as I mentioned, we are not having our A-team. So yeah, really, that's going to be a very tough mission, I suppose.
S02, hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot, and so did we.
Alright, so we lost all of our cover with the exception of our Rangers, which thankfully to Phantom are concealed. It seems to be an open area. We do have the radio station and probably a lot of civilians around this. I could imagine there's a trailer here. So, suggestion number one.
Moving to position.
Let's move up and see whom we could find.
These chrysalids seem a little smaller than I remember. Then again, it was never really their size we had to worry about.
Right, okay. So an unburied chrysalid, and I saw a couple of other aliens also standing there, which is worrisome because chrysalids by themselves with their bury ability are already threatening foes, but together with other aliens it's even getting worse. So let's consider how we want to approach this. I also want to make sure that the civilians here are really civilians. So I guess a battle scanner just helps us to get a little bit more of an overview here. They have been scanned, both of them are civilians. We do have a mech here, 2 chrysalids. Door is still closed, but we can clearly see the chrysalid. And if I'm not mistaken, there was still one more unit back here. So yeah, let's move up.
Not a problem.
I guess that will not trigger. Yep, as expected, it will not trigger.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Moving out.
I want to use both of our Rangers as scouts though, and I want to actively try to rescue as many civilians as I can. Keep in mind there are 2 mechs already here, so it won't be that easy to get rid of them. I'm not going to take any risks, so I'm just positioning in a very tight formation here, making sure that they cannot engage me at the moment. So the chrysalids start to move, which on its own is not a problem. That sounded awful lot like another mech.
We're seeing heavy civilian casualties,
Maybe accompanied by
We
some
have to
more
stop
troopers. So yeah, I guess there's probably one more mech around. And even more chrysalids. Who would have thought? There we go, the first chrysalid already triggered.
They see me.
I got nothing.
And another dodge.
They're on to me.
Registered.
Plus, yeah, literally, they just ran up to both of my Phantom Scouts, Which means there's no more scouting now. It is just a flat-out fight. Lucky for us, they decided to stand relatively close to one another. So let's consider our odds here. There's a pretty injured chrysalid, which we probably want to kill first. We do have 2 grenades, which I'm more than happy to use here. Exploding the cars themselves deal extra damage. We would have Haywire as a Haywire protocol as an option. It's a fallback option, and we do have 2 scouts with beacons if everything else fails. So let's start by killing the chrysalid first. It has the option to dodge, but I think we will be fine. Right, so 1 down, I suppose. Sniper should just hold up with her current action. I honestly want to move up just a little bit because there will be more units. We could use this here, solidly shredding everything. The other option would be just a little bit more damage, not shredding anything. And yeah, it doesn't really affect chrysalids all too much. I mean, yeah, they do have a single movement action, which is more than enough to just go here. So I think I'm going to stick with a plasma grenade, also going to explode the cars for a little bit extra damage here.
Get ready for a surprise.
Here we go. Yep, the extra damage worked out pretty well. Against the rather beefy
That's affirmative.
mech that we see here. Now I'm going to hold on with my gas grenade. I want to finish up these chrysalids. Seven to 8 damage should be fine. Unfortunately, just a little bit shy. Good. Let's see what we would do next. I mean, we don't have kill zone, which would be definitely a pretty nice alternative here. I want to get rid of the mech really first. Like, since all of them have similar shots, I want to start with the mech.
That's right.
Next up, we will probably need all of our actions in order to get rid of the chrysalids. That's the reason why we are not going to Haywire Protocol. We do have a stock here on him. It's even an advanced stock, so let's go for the chrysalid with 2 hit points. That's a 100% kill. Even if he would have missed, it would still be 2 damage.
That's how it's done.
Very nice. Autoloader, laser rifle, hair trigger, laser sight. Yeah. He's currently flanked. I don't like this position very much. And we have not yet leveled Implacable. This here, however, should rescue the civilian, plus not cause him any burning damage.
Go! Get out of here!
Yeah, worked out pretty well so far. Now, It's a 73% shot, but we still have a beacon left. That was a good percentage shot to take. Now, let's try to lure him here. That would be a little bit closer. Maybe we even trigger something else with the beacon. We already killed 3 of the chrysalids, and and one of the mechs is down. There's still another pack of mech warrior with whatever else running around behind there.
Advent forces sighted.
And just yet another pack of mechs. It seems to be all mechs and chrysalids this time. Wow, she shouldn't have run here.
My position's
compromised! Too close to the heat!
All right. I would be interested in the chances of haywiring him, because a mech would be a valuable addition to our team. So that's more or less a 50-50. I'll check also the smaller mech, because yeah, why not? I mean, if the chance is significantly higher, then I'll also settle with the smaller mech. The hit points are nearly identical. It might look more here, but ultimately that's only one hit more, and that's about it. But the chance is not so significantly higher. I mean, that's also 50-50. Given, yeah, sure, I do agree, that's 15% more. So let me think about positioning here for a second. We want to get the mech down, that's for sure. She's the one with the ammunition against mechanical targets. By the way, probably best selection for this mission ever. I mean, look at that. You don't even need to soften him up. It's a straight up one shot, a one shot with this ammunition. So we haven't had to move a single person so far. But we want to use our abilities most efficiently, so I'm going to give our scout here a protocol, and afterwards we go for haywire, because haywire is going to end our turn. A protocol is just a single action, and I want to go for the heavy mech. If we would really increase its stats, then so be it. We can still kill it. I mean, that shouldn't be an issue. But taking it over would really be phenomenal. Yeah, perfect. Lovely, well done. That's a decent amount of hit points. Also, it should trigger just another pack, which is fine for me. Because if there are any like chrysalids around running to get this mech, then yeah, go for it by all means. Let's try to kill the other advent mech so we don't even need to use a beacon. Armor penetrating rounds really doing a good job there. And she even got a hair trigger, so yeah. I guess you can't ask for more. Ah well, maybe you can ask for 2 hits. Hair trigger alone hasn't killed something, but a second hit would have. So getting behind for cover.
Moving to designated position.
Let's try to give her a promotion. Yep, worked out pretty well.
Taken care of.
On my way. Go on, get out of here.
Although it's not 100% optimal from a movement, I still want to go here. We are not seeing anything, so even if it triggers, we will get an overwatch shot. The reason why I wanted to go there is simply if we have rescued one of the civilians, the chance of
Come get some.
a random shot hitting them or chrysalid kind of charging up is significantly lower. And this guy here is a totally valid target. So that's civilian number 3 down. We are, however, still fighting. I guess that was the second pack now. We had 2 packs of mechs, and I'm not sure if the chrysalids even account for a pack themselves. Probably not. But yeah, whatever.
Moving on target location.
On it. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Alright, I'm just moving the guys up for the
Heading
moment.
out.
I want to make sure they can take solid positions,
Heading out.
even if that from time to time means that they need to dash, because now we need to cover ground in order to minimize the potential civilians. Also keep in mind that the hack won't last forever. So yeah, that's really a little bit speeding up now. Wasting the grenades, the rockets here, specifically to get rid of them in case the mech ever returns after being hacked. I want to make sure that it has lost its ability to actually perform rockets. So yeah, that's the whole reason for using them straight up. Could have Overwatch, but yeah. Also, that increases line of sight, which means they will now engage on us. I like the idea very much. So let's get straight into their face. I think the hack will even continue one round afterwards. Just want to make sure to destroy as much cover as we can. Also, the extra falling damage is a nice add-on, so yeah, why not using it? Here we would have the gas bomb.
Moving.
It's not the optimal usage because it will hurt one of the civilians, and I'm not particularly keen on doing that. Also, the cover is still in the way. Can't remove it this round though, I suppose. It's very unfortunate. I thought I would have taken out the cover here, but we haven't.
Affirmative, moving out. Let's go, move out.
Right, so let's start by... Oh, we can't see anyone. That's a new... That's a first timer. I would have guessed at least one of them could be seen. Again, nothing in range. We do have one civilian over here, could be a faceless one. I'm not trusting these guys nowadays.
On my way. On my way.
So yeah, I think what we are going to do is just for the purpose of safety, let's put a beacon here. This is kind of number one. Number two, let's take a couple of security shots. That's only a 50-50. I'm not so happy about it, to be honest. I would be much happier if this gas bomb. Wouldn't injure the civilian here. But I guess we can't change it. So yeah.
Here, catch.
Sorry, bro.
Target's cleared.
Well, yeah, it counted as a civilian. I was about to say, if that doesn't count for a civilian, then it would have been a faceless one. Which is pretty interesting if you would get a faceless one via this and immediately kill it instead of having the full hit points, right?
Target neutralized.
Got it covered.
Overwatch.
Alright. So let's just stay in Overwatch here. 3 Overwatch should be okay. Still considered to be hacked, so it will be a prime target for the others. And our good friends the Chrysalids. Good evening, Roby. I had problems connecting to the chat. I'll just reload for 1 second to make sure I see what you guys are writing.
Shot failed to connect.
So now it should work better. At least it says welcome to the chat room. Wow, the stun lancer is really going for some of the civilians instead of going for the mimic beacon. I mean, picture that. He could have killed XCOM forces but instead he decides to spread more anger and regression. So yeah, that's pretty much nonsense, but I guess the AI doesn't care.
Something under the ground.
Oh, lovely. Just another chrysalid. Luckily for us, we don't care that much. That's the advantage of having a big robot with us. Let us focus to shred this other mech. Well done. The armor shredding certainly helps. And now what we really want to do is, of course, get rid of all of the cover and kind of deal some extra damage here.
Throwing grenade!
Good evening, Imperator. Thanks for your feedback on the guide. It was a pleasure to write it, and good to hear that it helps you, mate. Good to hear that it helps you. So, with a question from the chat was, when should someone usually go for the first black site mission? The answer is, I wouldn't go for it before the Advent project is already completely in the red zone. When you fill all of the bubbles, what happens afterwards is that a doom counter will start, usually between 26 and 28 days. And you can reliably let it tick down to anywhere between 4 or 5 days. Just fly there with your Sky Ranger, and then you have multiple attempts to do the black side. Completed, you will get a deduction of 2 of the red dots, and the timer resets. So you have more than enough time. As opposed to these chrysalids, who kind of ran out of time.
Throwing grenade.
Here's the incendiary bomb. And it's burning. I like it. I really like it. She even got her promotion. I mean, disadvantage about this is we completely spammed the whole way. So the only possible way forward is to go for a way through the house.
You're clear, go.
Just saved some civilians, that's fine. I want to retain full cover here. Don't know what this civilian is really doing.
Not a problem.
Let's move to the window, just to have some more backup here. Also move her in and kind of take her position. So you might wonder why I am not particularly keen on killing this one. It's already burning, but I guess since we do have an advanced stock, we might as well kill it, so Velius gets the kill credit for it and also the experience.
That's right. No rounds. Moving to Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
So yeah, I took the black site facility also after my first run after the Retaliation mission. I was like, wow, you need to progress the storyline and super important. The reality is, at the beginning, you have such a scarce amount of resources that what you really should do is focus as much as you can on your build, focus as much as you can on research, and getting the most valuable items at the beginning, which is weapon upgrades, and then afterwards armor, plus mimic beacons. And if all of this is done, like literally when you have your fundamentals set up, then you can think about these extras. The timing limit, even on the highest difficulty, is not severe. It is rather mediocre, so you do not need to be afraid about it.
Moving to designated position.
Moving on target location.
I'm just moving up everyone into full cover here,
Head
making
now.
sure that we're fine. Also, I want to use my second battle scanner for multiple purposes. On the one hand side, I want to see what's up here. On the other hand side, there is still a civilian here, which could be a faceless one. Just want to check and make sure that this is not the case. And of course, I want to see where the Advent guy went to. Still not trusting this guy here. So that's a real civilian. Good to know. We only have 3 more civilians left. So that's a question mark civilian. That here is a question mark civilian as well, but most probably it's a real civilian because he would have had chances to engage on us. Which means if the 2 of them are real, then this guy here even has more potential of being a faceless one.
Scanning.
On Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering
Let's
now.
go for full Overwatch here. Question from the chat, do I think that they will patch the Doom counter? I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, I think they will patch a couple of things, not individually, but rather in a collective patch. Yeah, I was right. Look at that. I have predicted that this guy will be a faceless one. So my personal thought is they will do a rebalancing patch. And parts of the rebalancing patch, in my opinion, will include A, the mimic beacons, which are currently by far too strong. Also, a re-evaluation of timeline. Timers will be re-evaluated because some of the timers are even considering a near perfect run, simply a little bit over the top, because they don't allow you any reaction whatsoever, and even if you're a very good player, they will keep you. They will not give you many options. So furthermore, if I were about to apply a patch today, there would be certain items which I would buff, namely Mind Shield, namely the different armors, namely incendiary grenades. Some of the ammunitions, because AP and blue screen are just too strong as compared to the others. There's probably going to be also a little bit of a rebalancing of the classes, at least on Legendary. The classes currently don't really perform equally on all of the trees, specifically on the Sniper tree and specifically on the Ranger tree. I see the biggest disadvantages. So in other words, there's like one build which is superior to the other. After trying both, I can just say that the Sniper Ranger, the Classical Ranger, eats a pistol-based Ranger for Breakfast, and Classical Sniper eats a pistol-based Sniper for Breakfast. Likewise for the Rangers, focusing on your shotgun and the Phantom ability will be superior to any melee combat builds. So the Reaper ability in all of its glory doesn't work out really. That would be my thoughts. So if I would be asked to apply an immediate patch, this would be, at least for Legendary difficulty, what I would go for. Also, a little bit balancing of the missions, because some of the missions themselves are harder than others. But yeah, pretty much everything else could act as a proxy. Yeah, and last but not least, in all fairness, I would definitely nerf the Psi operatives, because they are just too strong. I mean, they are ridiculously strong. They can not only emulate weapons that are usually only limited charge abilities with their Psi powers on a regular ability, but they also have 16 fucking skills. So I mean, they are just abysmal strong.
We really put a hurt on the aliens this time, Commander.
All right, let's review the session real quick. We went in with a C team flawless victory for us. The 2 Rangers really did well. Our blueprint ammunition did a quite good job. We got ourselves up to corporal here. So yeah, that went all according to plan. So flawless victory. We got ourselves an autoloader and an advanced autoloader. Not the worst loot, not the best one either. We encountered chrysalids for the first time.
You and your crew have dealt another serious blow to the aliens' efforts to...
Yeah, Phantom, that's a fair point in my elaboration about game balances. Probably they should also review Phantom, because Phantom, yeah, is just a little bit weaker, but in a sense, still debatably OP version of Mimetic Skin. And ultimately, if you have 6 guys, then yeah, why wouldn't you want to use 1 to scout and to reliably engage? That's just too good.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters.
Okay, so end of September already, so it's month 7 now. We got a stellar monthly income of 512 grand. That's nice. We will counter the major breakthrough this month. Facility takes some time, and look at that, Retaliation strike is far, far away.
Reading you loud and clear.
We just finished the radio relay, so we can make contact. But first and foremost, let's get the supplies.
Avenger plotting new course.
Looking at our research, plasma rifles are only 11 days down the road. That's good. And we just finished our first Wrath suit. 1 Wrath suit has been added to your inventory. Let us shortly take a look if we can build another one. Because we often use 2 snipers in our setup. Now currently we can't. It's the supplies that are missing, but we will get supplies in a second. I would want to build another one. There we go. Because believe me, once you went for the grappling hook, you probably do not want to get back to a non-grappling hook. Most probably. Wrath suit, in my opinion, also a little bit better than the war suit. Don't get me wrong; like heavy weapons are nice. They do have their certain position, but it's an intense trade-off. I mean, 1 armor and a heavy and a built-in heavy weapon versus a beacon. I don't know. I mean, really, I don't know. Speaking about which, we just killed 2 faceless ones, which means now that we do have money, let's go for building items, and there is another mimic beacon, because yeah, why not?
Hagen muttering to himself in one of the corridors. I'm not...
Yeah, well, chat is still suggesting about how the game itself can be improved and what theoretical options to make it more difficult would be. Yeah, if we talk about enemy AI, there would be certain topics that come to mind. Namely, the sectoids is probably the most prominent example, but there are other examples as well.
Attempting to establish local...
Alright, look at that. We got ourselves an Inspire in our second Psi-Ops. So, of course we go for Stasis, because Stasis is OP. Very OP indeed. We continue to make contact here with New Mexico. Our target is ultimately Western United States. To make sure that we get access to the next facility, you can see here we have 1 free facility, so that's up for raiding. I'm just trying to get ahead on the race and make sure that we always have at least one facility, in optimal case even 2 facilities that we could raid a little bit later. The reason why I'm saving money still and not investing it is we will have laser plasma rifles pretty soon, and I want to upgrade. Them. So here's the second Wrath suit. Let us look at it. How many cores, Elarium cores, do we still have left? So Elarium itself is only 1. That sucks. But I think we do have a couple of cores. Yeah, 5. So we do have decent ammunition. I would still want to go for an acid grenade. So yeah, let's try to go and get an acid grenade or a second poison grenade. That would also be fine. Perfect. We just got ourselves a little bit more Elarium. We got ourselves more supplies and of course alloys. So let's look at it. Resistance comms, we can allocate a new engineer to it. That wouldn't be a problem. But what do we really need now? I mean, we do have a Psi chamber. We could get up to 13 contacts, so resistant comms are not the primary concern at the moment. This here is a shielded power core. How about power itself? We still haven't upgraded this power relay. It's only one engineer there. We could upgrade this power relay as well. Or that's another option. We could go here for yet another power core. My experience is you can power the whole facility with 2 upgraded Elarium generators. I mean,
what can I do for you, Commander?
Let's shortly take a look.
Construction of this shadow chamber should allow us to better break down and analyze all the alien artifacts and data we've been recovering.
Yeah, okay. So one thing that we could think about is going for a second power relay here, and after it's finished, kind of getting rid of this one and then building a shadow chamber. Maybe that's the better idea. I'm currently thinking about it, probably because it will be cheaper than to upgrade these. An upgrade will cost us 150, and just building one new power relay here and then getting rid of this one would probably be the better deal for now. And then we could still go shadow chamber up here. That's more efficient. We should really use the exposed power coils. So yeah, here we go, 100 supplies for the power relay. And it will get our power up quite significantly. Plus, I mean, it's just 12 days, so we're not talking about a month of preparation here. We finally made contact, so that's new income here. We could go for the new regions. And I don't want to spend 160 intel. We also would need to upgrade. We also would need to switch our engineers to upgrade the contacts that we do have. So I guess what we are going to do is we invest a little bit more money. It's 150 supplies, but we also upgrade the monthly income by 88. So that will just take 2 months. Then it amortized itself. Plus, it's good to go then also for Southern America. We now got our new covered ops mission. Rapid reinforcements, not interesting. Hidden event and a scientist, not interesting. That's supplies and a major breakthrough that we need to counter. And I don't want to have let the major breakthrough happen, to be honest. So yeah, that's really where we are going for.
Sector 1, the Arctic.
Although, let me shortly think about it. What are the other options? Because look at that, we only have 1 more beep, and it doesn't matter if you receive 1 or 2 beeps. It really doesn't. So that's intel, or scientist, or money. We need money mostly because we are fine on intel. We have an overflow on intel, to be honest. But we could use the credits as well. So both from the event and also from the credit spread, That's the best objective that we do have currently. Alright, look at that. We will get our A-team back together. One scout. I'm taking JC Phoenix with me because I want to get rid of his shaken condition. That really sucks. And also he has Recon Seal, which is nice for the scouting part of the mission. Now let's make items available here. We'll give her the blue screen rounds. And one beacon. He'll get the... Ah, okay, no, we don't give her a beacon because guess what? These guys will no longer wear Warden armor. He's now up for a Wrath suit. We just created these things in order to give them more mobility and the grappling hook. So, yeah. But what we want to do is I want to double check about his weapon upgrades. No, we don't want to give him willpower. I mean, the superior autoloader is nice. I like it. Honestly, I want to give him an expanded magazine, but it seems impossible to find one. Like, literally, that is so fucked up. Let's give him a superior autoloader. Because why not? And she needs to be edited as well. Wrath armor here. No, not Warden armor. Wrath suit. Perfect. The ammunition remains the same, but I still want to edit her weapon upgrades. So she has an expanded magazine, which is fine, I think. But it would be better to have a superior autoloader, because why not? I mean, they both need an expanded magazine next. But yeah, that will at least fix our reloading issues with both of them. She will, as always, be our hacker. So yeah, nothing new here. Weapon upgrades are fine. No scope. And an instant kill chance. Maybe the scope itself could be upgraded. At least to an advanced scope. So yeah, we often... No, let's take the advanced scope for our heavy, because they have such an abysmal aim. And instead give her the advanced stock, which compensates for her lack of not having the combat protocol. So she will kill Overwatch shots. The heavies will get their weapon upgrades now finally. Expanded magazine is fine, but I want to give them also plus 10 to hit. Gas grenade, and let's use the incendiary bomb, plus of course a mimic beacon, because why not? Usually I'm not redoing the weapon upgrades that often, but we haven't done it for quite a while, so that's the reason why I'm currently doing it. So, and instead of expanded magazine, let's give him just the autoloader, which is better. And a scope for a little bit better aim, which is fine for me as well. So this guy now has at least 80 aim, which doesn't suck as much. Okay, last but not least, We only have 2 beacons so far. So yeah, 2 more beacons, Warden armor. I guess 4 beacons are alright. I mean, we do have a 5th one in reserve if we would go with another team, but that's fine. So yeah, that's pretty much the loadout that I would take for now. Here we go.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.